Hello guys, welcome to today's show. Today we are going to look at agriculture and seedling farming. We know that agriculture employs 32% of Nyeri's population. We are going to look at the process of seedling farming where we have our guest farmer, Mr. Jessie, who's going to take us through this process. Karibu sana, Mr. Jessie.
Thank you. My name is Jesse Kioria. I'm operating under the name Forest Edge Nurseries. We are in Kamutiga sub-location, Thigegi location, Tetu sub-county in Nyeri County. We are a registered organization and our primary purpose is to raise seedlings. And the products that we have avocado seedlings, we have macadamia seedlings, we also do tree tomato, we do oranges and such. But our major products composed of macadamia and avocado. Avocado, we have got two cutifers, giant avocado, and we have got what we call golden hearts avocado. The two of them do well here in the highlands as they do well in the coffee growing areas and even in the lowlands of Ukabani and presently at the coast. The production is good and we are happy about that. And today we are going to look at the process that we undergo so as for us to reach this stage of a tree producing avocado, quality has avocado. We are going to I'm going to take you through the process so that you get to understand and appreciate the role the farmer plays in making the backbone of this country. Our seedling farming dates back to 2004 and we were really motivated by our former MP, the late Professor Ogade Madai, and may God rest her soul in peace. She was the Nobel Prize laureate, and when she was awarded that award, she motivated us to start tree nurseries. Then I gathered some few boys, school reefers, and then we started with the tree seedlings. From the tree seedlings, we went on, we sold to the government, we sold to Green Belt Movement, and we sold to the 10 programs called the Kaskwa Vijana, up to the time Ogade passed on. And when she passed on, we thought of transforming our nurseries, and that's the time we transformed to fruit nurseries. We still do the ordinary trees, that is the indigenous and exotic, and we are still good at that, and we still supply to the county government and KFS, KEFRI, and so on. But as far as the avocado is concerned, we transformed to avocado and fruit seedlings in the year 2014. Ever since, we have not looked back because we have perfected our work and we are proud about it.
Why did you specifically dwell in seedling farming?
And the purpose mainly was to improve the environment. When we moved to the fruit farming and raising the fruit seedlings, the main objective was still to improve our economy, to improve our financial well-being. And when we did that, we knew that the fruit trees would still conserve the environment as well as put money in our pockets.
About conserving the environment, over the years we can be witness that the atmosphere here, the air here is very, very clean. Even the weather here is very good. The soils are very fertile. So about conserving the environment, that was a very, very good initiative. Mr. Jessie, how is the market for the seedlings?
Ever since we started seedling production, we have been doing the various products that I have mentioned, and it has been good. We have the process that you undergo before you become a fully acknowledged seedling supplier. You have to undergo some steps. The first step that you have to do is to get your nurseries licensed. Okay. The licensing of the nurseries is done by an organization called Horticultural Crops Development Directorate. Previously, it was an authority. And once you have been licensed by HCD, then you go and seek for accreditation by an organization called KEFIS, Kenya Plant Health Inspectorate Service. And once you are done with those people, then you are good to go. And that's how we have been able to come this far. Because the quality of our seedlings, they have been recognized within the boundaries of Nyeri and even beyond. And that is our pride. We have been able to do the various products that I mentioned, avocado and macadamia, tree tomato, and the rest. And once you have got those accreditations, our farmers are from within Nyeri, and even the local farmers, our neighbors, my neighbors here, they have always come for our seedlings. And at the same time, we have sold our seedlings to Nyeri County. We have sold our seedlings to other counties through some suppliers. We have also been able to do our seedlings to organizations such as Carefree, Kenya Forest Research. And we are proud about that. We are proud about that, yeah.
So maybe you can tell us the demand for one of these fruits, maybe the avocado or the macadamia?
Good. Avocado is proving to be a very popular fruit. And avocado fruits, the demand is very high. Like today, I have received a number of suppliers who want to buy our avocados, and I have always made a reference. I have referred them to the various farmers to whom I have sold the seedlings. Like now we have an organization, a local organization, a farmers group called Tehu. And they have been buying our avocados from the farmers, from within this locality and from the whole of Nyeri County, and even some parts of Kirinyaga, some parts of Muranga, and even some parts of Rift Valley. They have moved there to buy the fruits from the farmers. The export for avocado fruits is becoming one of the most productive, because our farmers, like the fruit I'm holding now, is fetching about 20 shillings. And at 20 shillings, the farmer is doing well. You can't complain. And avocado production has been good. And once upon planting the avocado tree, what happens is that it starts producing the fruits the second year. By the third year, you are ready to go to the market. And an avocado tree like this one here can give up to 1,000 fruits in the fifth year. And then if one avocado tree gives you 1,000 fruits, and then you sell at 20 shillings, we find that with our small pieces of land here in Nyeri, avocado is the plant to go for. And because the business is serious and the fruit production, we like it. Yeah.
All right. So, Mr. Jessie, do you need much capital to start this seedling farming?
For avocado nurseries, you require quite an amount of money. If you need to be a serious supplier of seedlings, and you have undergone through the steps, you have been licensed and accredited by the various regulatory bodies, what will happen is that you need some cash to start. You can start small, but for you to make an impact and to go beyond the boundaries of Nyeri, you need some capital, because the inputs that are required are quite involving and enormous, some of them. Just like the soil, we have to import the soil, because we have already exhausted the topsoil here on our farm. You have to get the tubes, you have to install a water system, you have to look for transport, you have to employ people to help you, the farm hands. Like you are seeing, I have a lot of women and men, and those guys require money. Like today is Saturday, I'll cough several tens of thousands for the people, the work they have done over the week. And actually, avocado, if I may narrow to avocado, avocado is becoming a major employer. Like every week, every day, I have more than 15 workers who come to fill the tubes, to water the seedlings, the grafters, the cooks, because with the 15 persons, you have to take care of their food. And you have a lady there who kazi yake ni kupikia wafanyikazi. Kupikia wafanyikazi. So, nurseries are a major employer. They are a major employer. And we like it because in a good week, I'm able to feed more than 20 families. Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Jessie, if you allow us, maybe you can take us through the practical process of seedling farming.
Good, I'll do that. And I'll be happy about it. It's quite a tedious journey, but we like it and we have the passion. And we are going to start from inception up to harvesting of avocados.
Thank you so much, Ovia. So let us go straight on to business.
my visitors, thank you for coming. Forest Edge Nurseries has been there for some time, and ever since I was and we are going to put a scion called Hass avocado. This is a native avocado, ordinary or kienyeji, and the journey starts here. We fill the tube. This soil is a mixture. It has been mixed with what we call manure. I have sourced this soil from the Aberdare forest. I have been licensed by, I have been bought the soil from KFS, Korea Aberdares. And once we plant the avocado seeds, we cover it with the soil. And the journey has started. Thanks to the Kenya government for conserving the Aberdares and providing us with the soil. Very clean soil and adulterated soil. It's very clean, virgin soil that will help that plant to grow. After a month or so, 1.5 to 2 months, this seed will germinate. And then we'll wait for it to grow up to the grafting stage. And from there, we are able to graft the seedlings, as you are going to see later in our program.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. After we have filled the tube with the soil, we have planted our seed. We have placed our seed in the tube. Then we come and we arrange them nicely in a seed bed, like what Madam here is doing. Yes, thank you. You are now running the persons.
All right.
Good.
Ah, this is amazing. Look at the arrangement of the seedlings. Very organized.
Good. Like here, I'm now approaching that 1,000 seedlings that I've put in the last 3 weeks. 2 weeks. And this will be now be germinating after let's say 1.5 months.
Okay.
From there, what do? We mulch.
Okay, mulching.
Our seed beds. Our seed beds we mulch so as to reduce the rate of evaporation.
All right.
Like, and you see these ones have not been mulched, but they'll be mulched before we leave the farm tonight.
Maybe you can explain, you can maybe define the term mulching so that the viewers will be...
Very good. By mulching I mean that we have to cover the seed bed using some materials that will reduce the rate of evaporation.
All right.
And where do we source our products? Where do we source our mulch? We source our mulch from the government forest. And that makes us happy about our government. These are the droppings of pine tree.
Alright.
You can move closer there.
Okay.
As you can see, these are droppings
Alright.
of pine tree. They are very good at conserving reducing the rate of evaporation.
Alright.
So once you come and cover your nursery, your bed,
Okay.
the rate of evaporation will be reduced. Now after we have done this, we are going to water our seed beds. Our seed beds will be watered, and we water at least twice a week. And once we have watered, we leave everything to God.
Alright.
Forest Edge Nurseries, we are God-fearing.
Alright, so the amount of when you water the seedlings, does it depend on the weather condition? If it's rainy or it's sunny, how many times do you water when it's raining?
A very good question.
Yeah.
We water because we don't have water. The moisture content iko chini.
Alright.
So when it is raining, wakati wa mvua, we don't water.
Okay.
But in these other times, like now when kuna kiangazi kidogo, we have to water at least twice or 3 times a week.
Alright.
Yeah, so as for us to get proper product.
Alright.
Yes. And I have my boys here.
Yes.
And they are good.
Them at work, yeah.
They are good. They are good. They are good. I like them.
Okay.
Yeah. And endelea. They are good. And one person can be able to fill about 800 tubes in a day.
Wow.
Yeah, on a good day.
Okay.
Yeah. What more give is there? Avocado seedlings are not affected by weather.
Okay.
Avocado is one funny plant and very good for the farmer
Okay.
because it requires minimum spraying. It doesn't require any spraying.
Okay.
You just manure the plant,
Okay.
and once you have manured the bigger plant now, it does well.
Okay.
Even the seedlings, once you have done that, you just weed.
Okay.
You just weed your nursery.
Alright.
Once you have weeded your nursery, you have removed the weeds,
Okay.
and then once it germinates, you keep on removing the seeds, the weeds.
Okay.
And once you have removed the weeds, you wait for the plant now to germinate.
All
Once it
right.
has germinated,
Okay.
you keep weeding,
Okay.
and finally you graft, and that is it.
Oh, okay.
If you did it in a greenhouse, it will enhance growth,
Oh, okay.
which is better,
Alright.
as we are going to see later
Alright.
at the stage of grafting.
Okay.
And then once you have done the grafting, they have sprout, and then you remove the seedlings out
Okay.
for hardening off.
All right.
Yep.
Okay, Mr. Jessie, we do understand that you use organic farming. Maybe you can explain to us what it is about.
Good. We strive to do things light from the word go.
Okay.
And doing things light from the word go is from the time we are planting our seedlings.
Okay.
Once we have sourced our soil from the forest,
Okay.
we come and then we source for manure.
All right.
We don't use fertilizers.
Oh,
We use organic fertilizers from our farmyard,
okay.
and we even import. We bring even more manure
Okay.
from Kenya. Kenya, we have there are a lot of goats.
Okay.
We buy this manure from there.
All right.
Like you can see, this one here
Okay.
is well mixed with manure.
All right.
You don't require any fertilizer.
Okay.
So we try to observe organic standards from the word go.
Okay.
Like we are going to see with the grown plants. Hakuna mambo ya kuweka fertilizer. We just tunaweka tu borea hii ya ng'ombe, farm yard manure. And the plants are doing good.
All right. So it's even a cheaper method than using the fertilizer.
It's cheaper and even more convenient.
All right.
And it attracts more customers,
All right.
especially for the seedlings, and still for the end product, which is the avocado fruit.
Okay.
Once it's grown using the organic method, the fruit becomes sweet,
All right.
it is well formed,
Wow.
and at the same time it grows big.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. To be accepted internationally, what are some of the government's requirements for the fruit, from the final product?
Once we have done the seedlings and we have provided the proper crop husbandry, finally the product that will come from the tree after, let's say, 2-3 years will be well-formed fruits, well-sized, and the fruits that have not been infected by insects. Avocado is usually harassed by what we call the fruit flies. We have a way of controlling them, and it's not chemical, it is mechanical, the way we do it, so that we don't interfere with the quality of the fruit. We use those standards that are acceptable. I'll show you the traps that we use to do away with the insects that destroy the fruit. So once the fruit has not been sprayed with the chemicals, once the fruit has been well formed, once the fruit has become of good size, but the government and then even the international buyers, they will always come for our fruits.
Okay.
Yes. Once we have done the potting, we have filled our tubes, we have planted, we have mulched our press, then we wait for the seeds to germinate.
Okay.
If you have a look at this seed bed,
Okay.
you see that the seedlings are now germinating.
Yes, they are.
And you can see we have got all sizes.
Yeah.
By these ones we planted and we pressed them here in April,
Okay.
end of April. And you can see now they are
They already
germinated.
started, yeah.
And we are going to wait for the seedlings to come to the size of grafting.
Oh, okay.
Like I said earlier, we provide the native avocado, the kienyeji, the ordinary, and the ones they germinate, they provide the rootstock.
Oh, okay.
And once we graft when the seedling is pencil size,
Okay.
the thickness should be pencil size.
All right.
In this seed bed, I can see a few of them
Yeah, pencil
that
size.
are the pencil size.
Yes.
Yes. That's what we are going to use. That's what we are going to graft.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we are going to go through the grafting method. Is
Yes.
that right?
Yeah, the next step is grafting method,
Okay.
the grafting step,
Okay.
and it's a very, very important
Okay.
step.
Yeah, so watch closely.
Because we are going to pick about 2 seedlings.
See, how long does it take for the seedling to be grafted?
Once the seedlings have germinated, we wait till they are pencil thick.
Okay.
That thickness will be able to accommodate the scion.
Okay.
And this scion that we have to get, we talk of this rootstock being of the native avocados, the kienyeji avocados. What we are going to do, we are going to source our scion
Okay.
from certified or the recommended plants,
Okay.
from the recommended mother block. On our farm, we source our seedlings from the recommended plants, the recommended trees, avocado trees. And we have over 100 trees from where we source our scions. As I will show you, this is one of them, a very good plant, mother plant. And the other one. And we are going to demonstrate how we harvest the scion.
Okay.
Mr. Mwangi is our grafter.
Okay.
We have been working with him for the last 7 years,
Okay.
and we are happy about his work.
Okay.
He will show you how to source the scion.
All right.
By scion we mean that part of the plant
Okay.
that we harvest,
Oh.
so as for us to graft with the ordinary avocado, so as to get the final product.
Okay.
What we put as the scion dictates the final product that we are going to get.
Okay.
And since this is golden Hass avocado, is finally what we are going to get from what we are from the grafting.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Mr. Mwangi will show you how we go about it.
Yeah,
He'll demonstrate.
Sasa nilikata ile muti hii Zion vile iligiza hapa ndani ya hii muti na sasa nilikata, nataka kukata. Nitakata hii Zion. Tutatoa hii matai, tutatoa hii yote alafu tukate. Sawa.
Okay, kwa hivyo hizi ndizo tunaenda kugraft nazo. Kwa hivyo tunaelekea kwenye tunaenda kugraft saa hizi. Haya, sawa. Tuonyeshe hivi. Okay. So tuelekee kwa kugraft Sawa.
Safari ya grafting inaendelea. Tulianza kwa begu, tukaja kwa ile mimea imemea. Hiyo mimea imekuwa size mzuri. And now we want to marry the two plants, the two varieties. The ordinary variety and the golden hearse variety. And Mr. Mwangi is going to demonstrate on how to do it. And we have sourced our scion from well-researched mother plant. And now the seedling is good to receive the scion. Before we do that, we have to ensure that the implements that we use are clean. So we observe high standards of hygiene, plant hygiene. The knife that we use here has been disinfected using a special disinfectant so that it does not transmit diseases from one plant to other plants. So you have to ensure that the knife is clean, well disinfected, imepakwa dawa, and hizi isisambaze magonjwa kutoka kwa mmea mmoja kwa mimea ingine. Hatutaki kufanya kazi ambayo itaharibia wakulima kazi yao. So Mr. Mwangi is too good to go with the grafting. He demonstrates on how to do it.
Sasa tukianza kukata hii muti, tutatoa hii matawi hii yote. Alafu ukitoa hivyo utachukua kisu yako alafu ukakata. Ukikata hivyo ukakata mara tena hapa juu, utafanya hivi,
unapasua hapo.
Ukivika hapo ukachukua sayoni yako alafu ukashika. Ukishika hivi ukakata pande hii, ukarudi pande hii ingine ukakata. Ukianza hivyo ukakuja hapa ukafanya hivi, ukaona pande hii mzuri, pande hii nyingine mzuri, pande hii nyingine mzuri. Ukaweka kisu yako juu chini, alafu ukakuja ukaweka seedling scion yako hapo.
Now before we move from there, you can see that the size of the scion and the size of the rootstock imetoshana. Yeah. You cannot do a wider scion on a thinner rootstock. So the two of them have to match. That the size of the seed of the scion and the size of the mother rootstock imetoshana. They are equal. Because a thinner rootstock and a wider scion will not be compatible.
Tukiendelea utaweka hiyo scion hivi, ukaweka hapo ndani. Alafu ukimaliza kuweka ukachukua karatasi yako ukashika hivi, alafu ukakata. Ukikata hivyo ukaweka chini na kisu chini.
Now, as local farmers, we are supposed to use what we call the grafting tape. the grafting tape is not usually available. So we improvise.
Okay.
Hatuwezi kosa kwenda safari sababu mwiko umefujika.
Ni ukweli.
Hapana. We improvise with the resources that we have.
True.
And this is now a grafting tape.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be adhesive. Si lazima iwe na gum. So Mr. Mwangi atafunga hiyo mti yake na hii.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ukianza kufuga ukashika mti wako hivi, alafu utafunga, ukafanya hivi, ukaleta tena,
Nafunga.
utafunga. Unafunga hivyo.
Oh wow. Okay.
Hiyo mambo
inaisha hivyo. It's
that
simple
one is
sana.
complete.
Oh wow.
And after it's complete, that process is complete for grafting.
Oh, wow.
That is what simply. So we will wait for this now couple here. They are now well married.
Okay.
To sprout.
All right.
So what we are going to do, we are going to place it among the others.
Okay.
This greenhouse measures 8 meters by 24 meters. And it has a capacity of 30,000 seedlings.
Okay.
And once they have sprouted and they have produced sufficient leaves, we move them outside in the sun for them to harden.
Okay.
Like you can see there, we have the stock that we have to move out next week because it's already ready to be moved out in the sun for it to harden. After we have grafted our avocados, this is the native seedling. The avocado germinated. It became pencil size, and then we brought the scion. Ikikubaliana, the scion produces leaves. This was the scion that had no leaves.
Okay.
Now it has produced leaves. Now once it has produced leaves, now this one is ready for planting.
Oh wow.
Only that it has not been hardened off.
Okay.
You cannot get the seedling from the greenhouse direct into the direct sunlight. Itaumisa mkulima. Inaweza mea, inaweza kataa.
Okay.
Yes. We have our clients all over this country. And of late we have realized that farmers, especially the informed farmers, they need their seedlings to be painted white. And what's the reason for painting the seedlings white? As we are going to see. You can see these seedlings are painted white.
Yes.
We put some fungicide here and some emulsion to help the plant cure, especially in the scorching sun of Laikipia. What happens is that hii muti inakuwa scorched by the sun, there's a lot of heat, and then once the insects come, they are able to kwarusa, to scratch the tree. At the same time, those scratches on the tree, even with the cracks from the hot sun, infections they will get way into the plant. And that's the purpose of painting this and using those substances that help the plant cover. From grafting, the plant will take about 2 months.
Okay.
In between, it will start producing leaves. But by the end of the second month, if all factors remain good, that plant will have produced sufficient leaves, like this one.
All right.
This one is hardly 2 months ever since it was grafted. Yes. And once the grafting region has cured, that plant is good. It can go to the market, it can be planted. Yes.
All right.
Avocado management starts from the seed like we have done. And once the seeds have germinated, they have been grafted, they have come of size, then we come to planting. Avocado spacing requires 5 meters by 5 meters minimum. A farmer can do anything beyond that according to taste and according to the size of the rod. Our shabas are small, and that's why we go for 5 by 5 meters. By the time the plant, one plant comes closer to the other, like you can see here, it will take close to 8 years. You have maximized on your production. Now we are 5 by 5 meters, and then we come to the pots, the holes. The hole is a minimum of 2 feet by 2 feet and 2 feet kuteramuka. Then you look for manure. You mix it with the topsoil, and then you fill the hole. Once you have filled the hole, you plant your seedling. And when planting the seedling, you have to ensure that you don't plant in a depression. It has to be some kind of a mold. And the seedling that you plant will take about 1.5 years to produce the first fruits. Yeah.
All right.
Like we are going to see elsewhere. At Forest Edge, we do it ourselves. And we do it with our friends. Now we have brought the soil, the topsoil. We are mixing it thoroughly with the manure. And like we said, we don't use fertilizer. This manure is rich in all the elements. Nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. And mostly at this stage, what we need more is the phosphorus that will help in the root development. And once we have done that, we have to ensure that it is thoroughly mixed. So I'll ask kwa ng'ombe to add more soil, aongeze mchanga ili tupate ya kutosha. The topsoil, that is the topsoil. Once it is well planted, there's no way it will dry up. There's no way it will retard because we have sufficient nutrients. Now we are going to return the soil into the pit. Yeah.
Should fill to the brim, huh?
And then you mold it. As soon as we have put the soil back into the hole, we water that media. And then once it is well watered, we are ready to plant our seedling. As you can see, we have not planted in a mold, in a depression. We have put a mold. Because once you plant, in case you plant the avocado in a depression, it will attract a lot of water. It will be waterlogged. And then a lot of water will form at the base. That one is just the plant, because later in the life of that tree, it will dry up. And then you'll be left with no avocado plant. So the instruction is that we plant it on a mold. Yeah, not in a depression. Yes, like we have done now. This mode we are going to still to beautify to make it till we are able to do that plant. Well, after that, once you have had enough water, we water this plant.
Okay.
You put some water there. The purpose is just to loosen the soil.
Okay.
So what we do, we do it this way. The water we have put here is just to let the soil hold it together,
Okay.
and at the same time help remove the plant
Okay.
from the tube.
Okay.
You know your sense?
Okay.
So the roots are still intact.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
have not been destroyed in any way. They're still intact. You see the root hairs have formed around there.
They've already formed, yes.
They are already formed. That's why they're waiting for an area where they can be able to enjoy the freedom.
Okay.
Because they have been held
They've been
within
held.
the tube.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So now it's time to plant.
Okay.
So we plant, we put the soil,
Okay.
it was well watered.
Yeah.
As you can see, our plant is not in a depression.
Yeah, it's true.
It's well raised.
Yes.
It's on the raised part of this ground. So there's no way water will hold around the
Yeah.
around the plant.
Around the plant. Yes.
Yeah. Purpose is to reduce evapotranspiration.
Yeah.
So
And
the
preserve the water.
yeah, to preserve the water. The place will remain moist,
Okay.
and that will be good for the
For the plant.
plant.
Yes.
Yes. So from there,
Wait
we are
for-
good.
Okay, so you keep on watering it
You keep
for
on
the
watering
next
it.
1.5 years.
Yeah, it will keep on. After some time, you don't have to water it daily.
Okay,
But
okay.
for the time now, the time being, you have to water it occasionally.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true.
Like this pipe is still feeding the water into
Into
the
the soil.
zones of the media.
Okay.
Now, initially we talked about going organic, and one of the organic ways of farming is to avoid pesticides and contemporary insecticides. So what we do, we try all means to ensure that we don't, our fruits are not, they are not affected by the white flies, by the fruit flies. The fruit flies includes the wasps. And what happens is that we try to kill them physically. And what happens is that we use this kind of trap. This is a trap. Hii ni mtego. Inafanya kazi aje? Katika hii chupa, you can see there's some filament there.
Yes, there is.
Filament here, it attracts the male. So all the males in the surrounding, they are attracted to this bottle.
Okay.
There's some entry here
Okay.
where the males enter. And then once they get there, they are trapped. And like you can see,
It's okay.
the inside here, ones that have been trapped,
Oh, yeah.
it's a black. So there are various traps all over the farm, and the males get trapped there. What will happen finally?
No reproduction.
There will be no reproduction.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that is one way.
Okay.
Yeah, then we have got some ribbons that we don't have here
Okay.
that we usually put that attract various types of insects, and those insects they are attracted by various colors.
Okay.
So they come on, zinashikilia kwa hiyo kwa hizo
Ribbons.
hizo ribbons, hizo traps,
Okay.
and then they die.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you don't have to spray our
Our
avocados.
crops. Wow.
Avocados
That's
are
amazing.
organic, and what happens is that we usually apply a lot of manure.
Okay.
Kama mnaona hapa, every 6 months we have a carpet of farmyard manure.
Wow.
We have a carpet of farmyard manure, and then we mulch. Lazima tuweke takataka hii ya majani hapa so as for it to reduce evaporation.
Yeah.
At the same time, we water our plants occasionally.
Okay.
Our system of water, our water system, at least we have been blessed, and we have sufficient water.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have a shallow well.
The highlands.
We use machines to pump our water, and then the year round we have sufficient water. So after every month, we come and water our avocados, our avocado shamba, our avocado farm now, not the seedlings, our avocado farm.
Okay.
Yes. Us at Forest Edge Nurseries, we try to do what we can, and we can try the fruits that have not been grown here in Kenya. And one of those fruits is the kiwi plant. The kiwi fruit has given a headache to so many farmers. They've been trying, and there's not much has been reported about the success of kiwi farming here in Kenya. So, kiwi plant is a craving plant. Like you can see, this one was planted allowed marsh, and you can see the far it has gone. And since it's a craving plant, I want to maximize on the usage of my greenhouse.
Okay.
So I want to put it in these trails,
Oh wow.
along these trails, so as for me to see how it will produce.
Oh wow.
I'm expecting fruits from this plant,
Okay.
and I am hopeful that once it does well, I'll be able to do it commercially. Kiwi fruit is a very expensive. It's the size of the length of a grass of specks,
Okay.
and it has not been grown here in Kenya. It's just imported, and we are praying God that this kiwi plant does well. It fruits, it flowers and fruits, and then we'll be able to see the direction it will take in this country.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Wow.
Like I said, once we transformed from exotic and indigenous tree farmers, we went into fruit farming, and our major product, like I mentioned earlier, are avocado and macadamia. This is macadamia plant.
Okay.
It is the rootstock. It's called macadamia trafira. And then after it has become of size, like this one now, it will be cut, and then we import, we bring in a scion
Okay.
from various hybrid varieties.
Okay.
The major varieties that we have, hybrid varieties, we have got Kiabu 3, we have Kirinyaga 15, we have Ebuan, and we have Muranga 20.
Okay.
Muranga 20 is the most universal plant that is being done everywhere,
Okay.
and is doing well, and is producing a lot of nuts, and is producing throughout the year, and the nuts are heavy,
Oh wow.
and that's the goodness. This is the rootstock, which is called macadamia trafira.
Okay.
Macadamia, in a nutshell, we get the seeds, the nuts, we put them in water for 4 to 5 days. It soaks water, and then from there we spread them in the sunlight.
Okay.
In the sunlight, the nut cracks, and that enhances germination,
Okay.
because macadamia is a very hard nut.
Yes.
On its own, it will take years before it germinates.
Okay.
So once you have done that, you have eased the germination by dipping the seed in the water for 5 days, and then spreading it in the sun for it to crack, and then putting in a sandy soil.
Yes.
And then once it germinates, we get that small seedling, and then we put it in the tube.
Okay.
We water it. After watering it, it becomes of this size, and then we graft.
Okay, then you graft.
Macadamia is it's a hard wood, and therefore marrying the scion and the rootstock, it is usually not very successful.
Okay.
So what we do, we put them in a tunnel where the temperatures are well controlled, and at the same time it's moist throughout the nini.
Okay.
Now we go to the tunnel,
Alright.
and you see what. So this is a grafted macadamia. Pande ya chini tumeweka ile rootstock ya macadamia trafira. Pande ya juu tumeweka Muranga 20.
Okay.
And then we put them in the tunnels.
All right.
These are the tunnels.
Okay.
These are the tunnels. And these tunnels, we put the seedling there after grafting
Okay.
for 40. We water the seedlings and then we cover them for 40 days. After 40 days, we uncover them gradually. We uncover them gradually. Like these ones have been in the tunnel for about 50 days. And like you can see, they have already sprouts.
I can see different shades of
Yep.
green.
This one is the scion and this is the rootstock. The two of them, then it has now sprout. So we are going to move these leaves and then we are left with that. And that is the grafted Muranga 20 variety.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Another product, like we said, is coffee.
Coffee. So. Good.
Coffee is gaining popularity and the demand for coffee seedlings iko juu sana.
Sana.
One seedling we are selling it at 100 shillings.
Wow.
So as for you to do quality work, you have to be licensed by the Coffee Directorate of Kenya. Once you have been licensed, you are instructed to go and buy your seeds, coffee seeds, from Coffee Research Foundation or the Coffee Research Institute, Kure Ruiru. So you go and buy your rootstock seeds from Ruiru. You come and plant them, transfer them into the tube, and then they become of grafting size.
Okay.
You are instructed once again to go and source your scions, coffee scions, from Ruiru.
Okay.
Our major product is Ruiru 11 variety.
Oh, okay.
The rootstock, to do that, you plant what we call SL28 or SL34. And then you go and source your scion from Ruiru. The variety is Ruiru 11, a very popular variety,
Okay.
and is doing well in these areas.
All right.
So once you have done that, to enhance survival, you put them in a tunnel after grafting. You put them in a tunnel.
Okay.
Once you have put them in a tunnel, you wait for them to shoot
Okay.
and to sprout.
All right.
And you can see this one. This one is sprouting, and this one within the next 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, it will be ready for planting.
Okay. In high school, we normally learn about the Arabica coffee. I don't know which type that is.
Arabica coffee are the ancient varieties,
Okay.
and now we have gone digital. And actually, technology has come to assist us improve on those Arabicas.
Okay.
And Arabicas are doing well in other areas like Ethiopia.
Okay.
But in Kenya, and especially in the highlands, central highlands, Loilo 11 is the variety that is doing well.
Okay.
And the other varieties like Batian and so on.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Jessie, for taking us through the process. So what is your advice to the youth and to the young farmers who want to venture into this business?
Start with the farmers. They should try and do fruit farming. Coffee farming and tea farming has attracted a lot of challenges.
Yes,
And so many farmers are going without food on their tables.
it's true.
They are unable to educate their children comfortably like we were educated by our parents during those days, because coffee and tea used to fetch good money. But nowadays, coffee and tea, the prices have really gone down. The farmers are really demotivated, they are discouraged, and some of them have abandoned the crops. At the same time, the cost of producing tea is very high. The cost of producing coffee is still very high. So the cost compared to the benefits, the benefits are very low.
Okay.
And my advice to the farmers is to try to do other crops.
Okay.
to try and diversify.
All right.
I won't advise them to uproot the crop because that's their choice, but my advice would be that they try to plant avocados, they try to plant macadamia, tree tomato, and other forms
Oh, fruits.
of fruits,
Okay.
because there's surety about the market for the fruits.
Yeah, okay.
Like the Kenyan avocados, they grow and they mature when other countries, the other major producers are not producing.
Yes.
So the demand for Kenyan avocado iko juu.
Yeah, it's
And at the same time, we have been able now to spread our tentacles even to other countries.
true. Okay.
And once we are blessed to have made moves, and we have a stand at Nairobi International Trade Show.
Okay.
We have a permanent stand there, and we attract a lot of farmers from other countries, and they are really encouraged, and they also ask us to move to their countries. And our farmers, once we meet there, they are also giving feedback. So my advice would be, let farmers do more of fruit farming.
Yes.
My request to the government, the national government and the county government, is that they assist the farmers to establish orchards.
Okay.
We have a lot of thanks to the county government of Nyeri because they have always bought seedlings from us.
Okay.
We have always received technical advice from the agricultural officers.
Okay.
We have received technical advice from the agribusiness department. Like on 17th of March, I had a field day here which attracted more than 200 farmers, and it was being facilitated by the county director of agriculture of agribusiness and the agriculture office. Now to the youth. I employ a lot of youth here on a single day. Like during the corona season, when the corona was at the top, when the schools were closed, I used to have sessions with the students. I used to employ them. And on a good day, I could be having more than 20 boys and girls. At the same time, I motivate them to start their own kitchen gardens at home.
Okay.
I encourage them to assist their their parents produce something for the family.
Okay.
They should not just sit and wait to be fed.
Yes, it's
They are
true.
strong and energetic them more than their parents. So I encourage them to establish kitchen gardens, and also I train them on how to plant such things, vegetables like cabbages, spinach, and to rear rabbits. Like now I have rabbits for my sons and daughters, and they are doing well. I also have chicken. I have an incubator. I give it out to those boys and girls, and then they go and incubate. After 21 days, they have chicks, and then that incubator is moved to another person.
It's true.
And now most of the families, they have chicks.
Yeah.
They have they have hens in there. They have poultry in their homes, and that initiative is very good.
It's true.
The other thing, advice to the government. I got interested in farming when I was a small boy. By then we had the 4K crab, and thanks to the government
Yes.
that they are bringing back the 4K crab,
It's true.
the different definition, but the objective is the same. Yetu ilikuwa inaitwa kufanya kujenga Kenya, something like that. I was really motivated, and that's where I got the passion from, and that's why I've come this far, and I'm proud to be associated with the young persons.
It's true. Wow.
At Forest Edge, we do a lot we have done something at least for the boys and girls, and especially for the less fortunate. We have a habit of visiting Nyeri Children's Home every year. We move there with my family and also with my workers, and especially the boys and girls. We visit the children's home, and that should be a motivator also to the boys now to learn that they are not the most less fortunate. They are those who have challenges, more bigger challenges than them. So that exposure, it helps them to realize themselves and also to appreciate themselves and appreciate others. That all these things they are not just happening to them. Kama ni corona si kwao tu, kuna wengine wako na shida mingi sana. Like now I want to organize a trip to the Badeas. I'm getting into contact with KWS. They provide me with their bus, and then I take my boys, my team, my team. They wananifanyia kazi hapa, niwapeleke Badeas.
Okay.
And then I gather some other boys and girls there, especially the best performers in our schools. And we have a lot that we are doing for the community, and that is not enough. that's not enough. We want to do more,
Okay.
and kidogo kidogo too, and then we appreciate as we appreciate the site that we are living in.
Wow.
So the young ones, let them come up, let them come to Forest Edge, and then they'll run.
Oh, wow.
They won't get out of here with nothing.
Okay.
There's a lot that we can be able to do.
All right.
Yeah.
Mr. Jessie, we appreciate that you have been our guest today. Thank you so much for all the information that you have given to us. We are going to take it into practice, and I hope our viewers out there, you are going to take into consideration everything that you have been told. Remember that agriculture is the backbone of our country. It is the future of our country. So it is our duty to embrace it. Remember that everything revolves around agriculture, from our health to our finances to giving back to the community. So let us learn how to embrace agriculture. Thank you so much for watching the show today. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel at Wachera Gikonyo. See you on the next show. Thank you.